Hi, this is Mercy again, and thanks again for tuning into my YouTube channel. So, I'm going to be kind of like talking about different things, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like all enclosed. Yeah, so, and what I'm talking about is basically going to be the period we are in, a period where we have to isolate ourselves from the outside and stay safe. So one important thing I feel I should talk about is you are staying safe, we are staying indoors, but hope you are staying happy. Because the truth is, if your mental health is not taken care of this period, there's a lot of possibility that a lot of us is going to go through a stage of depression in between the period or even after the period. So that means we have to stay happy. And how do we do that? A lot of people have different means where they get happiness from. Some people, they like to go out, but now you can't really go out, so what do? Some people, they just like to read. You can do that now. Some people, there are a lot of different rituals that different people do that make them happy. Happy is a physical thing. Like it's not, I'm not talking about joy. Joy is from your internal, it's from God. But happiness is something external, because now we have something external, right? And we have something that is distorting and kind of like causing a lot of issues around the world. And if we are going to look at those external factors, there are a lot of reasons why we cannot be happy, why we can be filled with so much fear, why a lot of things will actually be going on right now. So how do we actually now stay happy? How do we remain happy in this period? So I've kind of like thought about it within myself, and I've kind of be able to do one or two things along the line that have actually made me to really have kind of like a very busy schedule, even in even in the staying at home period. So what is it? First of all, you have to be able to at least identify 3 things that you are good at alone, that you can do alone, that gives you so much joy. For some persons, it's be like they could write poetry. For some persons, it could be that they write songs. For some persons, it could be that they listen to songs. For some persons, maybe watching movies and all those things. So you have to do at least 3. You have to be able to identify 1 or 2 or 3 of those things that you could actually be doing in between the days, so that it actually kind of like keeps you in that kind of happy state, because it's relevant that as you are staying safe, you are staying happy. Yes. So another thing is, now there's a lot of idle time. Yes, for some of us, we still work, that's true, but even as we work, in between the lines, there's a lot of idle time. So how do we make very important use of these idle times? So we have to recognize that, so in every tragedy, just like I said in my last video, that the Tibetan, a China tribe, there's a saying that tragedy can be used as a source of strength, So we have to identify things that we can come up with, that we can build up this period, that will really help us, even as we are staying at home. You have to kind of like be able to search yourself to identify hidden talent that you've not even been able to identify because we have been so busy with our schedules, waking up, going to work, coming back, taking care of one person or the other, or going for one event or the other. Now you don't have all that. So how are you able to actually make relevant use of this time to be able to even be able to like kind of like bring up one thing or something comes out of it? Recently I did a dance on my WhatsApp and on Instagram. But wow, it's good. Did you learn ballet? It's funny enough, I know it was not very good because it's been a long time since I danced, but I've been home, so I just decided that, okay, why not just go back to things that I know how to do before? Why not just do, and it really made me happy that then I was able to really put a lot of smile in people's faces. In fact, it was ridiculous. Like, I was watching it, I was laughing, but I just wanted to put it out there and everything. And although I got a lot of good comments along the line, and it really made me happy. Do you get? Another thing is, I'm talking to, as in doing these videos, it actually makes me really happy to be able to talk to people, even though I'm not seeing you yet. Hopefully someday we'll get to see, but it really makes me happy that, okay, some persons are listening to 1 or 2 things that I'm saying. It might not be essentially perfect, but like at least they are getting 1 or 2 things from what I'm saying. So these are, we have to be able to identify some things that makes us happy, so that we can stay happy this period. Because now this period, there are a lot of restrictions. There are things that normally you could do before, but you have to go out that you can't be able to do. There are places that maybe you have to go to places to enjoy yourself. Maybe you have to go to beach to stay relaxed, that you can't do all those things again. So you have to be able to find everything that makes your physical, your mental health and everything. You have to be able to do them indoors. So we have to identify things that we can do, rituals that we can perform, that will actually help us to stay happy. Another thing that is very important is we have to stay grateful. God is the giver of life. A lot of people have lost their life in this pandemic, but a lot of us, we still have lives. So different people have different things to be thankful for. I heard one man that wanted to die, and they were asking him, what are you most grateful for in this your life, even if you are in these states now and everything? And he said, for one thing, I'm happy that I was able to touch lives. I'm happy that I was able to impact people, irrespective of what it is now. So there are things we must do. Even someone that is about to die, there's something he or she will have that you'll be grateful for. Probably grateful that he was at least been able to have kids, he was at least able to help people around. One or two things that they are probably able to do that actually make them to be able to stay happy. So please, this is me kind of like soliciting and saying that this period, if we are not careful, would actually enter depression. And depression is not from God. It is not from God. And depression, basically, I may not really understand in full terms what it is. I'm not medical by study or by field, but one thing I know is depression can cause you to lose your internal joy. It can cause you to lose relevance. It can cause you to feel you are nothing. It can cause you to feel like, irrespective of what you are doing, is not enough. And to me, I feel that depression is as a result of I feel that to really get out of depression, one thing we can really do is to really trust God. Because sometimes when we feel less of ourselves, when we feel we are not good enough, when we feel a lot of things around us are not working, it's actually because we are not trusting God as the only source that we have. It's because we are trusting our own ability, we are trusting ourselves, we are thinking that we need to do everything right to be able to get things done. We need to get be sinless. We need to do, as in, we are trusting our own capacity and our own capability, and this is not actually what gives you. This is not what gives you that actual internal joy. Internal joy comes from God, and it's something that you cannot really be able to buy. What do I mean? It's grace. It's by grace, and you have to acknowledge that God is the one that it comes from. You have to just acknowledge it. So we really need to stay, as we're staying safe, please stay happy. Do things that makes you happy. Do things that kind of like lighten up your mood. Dance, sing, do something you've not even done before. Probably put a song out there, write a lyric, write poetry, send it to your friends, let them give you comment. Write an article if that's what you can do. Just kind of try to at least do one or two things within this period. And I'm challenging you that you should do something exceptional this period, and probably put it on the comments if you can, that okay, this is what you did, and this were the comment, these were the things that happened along the line. People gave you your the feedbacks and everything, and I would like to give you feedback too if you send anyone to me. So please, let's stay safe, let's stay happy, and I hope we'll get through this in due time. Thank you very much. Bye.